Alright, now I'm going to create a piece to put in the middle here. As you notice, my F7 is here. This is just a piece I glued in the wrong place, so you can see everybody makes mistakes, but no big deal. As I put the stabilizer on, to know where that was going to be. And then I put the fin and rudder in and put it right where it's going to go. And then I took a pen and marked where the trailing edge, the leading edge of this fin was going to end up. So you can see it ends up right where that mark is. And then I put a substitute piece in because I need to work in there, so I can't have this in my way. But I just made 2 marks there and there where it's going to end, and I put this block in there. And I'll remove this. So the first thing I want to do is get my distance. So I measure in between the edge, right up against the stabilizer front end here, or F7 I'm talking about. So I'm going to take that, that's 1.25 inches for me. Then I'm going to take that 1.25 inches, and hopefully you can see. I'm going to take the 1.25 inches and mark it right off here first. So that's what I did. I marked my end of my first 1.25 inches. Then I took a straight edge, or my 90 degree. I put my 90 degree on there and drew the line straight across. That's how I came up with this line. So I had 1.25 inches from the edge to the edge here, using the very end. And then I just went 1.25 inches, as you can see my other mark is right there from this end to end. And then mark the center line from here to here. Now from that center line is where I can get my other marks. So now, because I had 5/16 here, and that was 5/32, I just put the tape measure straight on the center and measure over 5/32. And that's where I got the bottom from, and 5/32 that way. That's where I got the bottom from. Mark that, and then the 1.25 inches, which was this measurement up here. On the inside of the fuselage is 1.25 inches. So from the center line, I just took half of 1.25 inches. And then marked that off here, which was the very edge of the piece of wood actually. And then took that same half, and I went up to here, and marked off the half point from there. And I just took my straight edge, and I'll cut this out. I'll cut this angle out, and then that piece is going to fit from your F7 straight back to where your rudder is going to be, and we're going to glue it just below the notch here. So you want to level and flat. You have to be careful with this piece that we're putting in because you don't want to offset anything. You don't want to make the stabilizer crooked. So when you put this piece in, you're going to just take something flat and just push down the flat edges of it while the glue is drying. I'll probably epoxy it. But just by going from here to here, you should be able to get the whole thing as level as you want it in there, and it'll be right where it needs to be back in the notch area. And that's as easy as it is to come up with the inside piece. Alright, now as you can see, the piece fits right in here. Basically, I just took my something flat, laid it across the top, and pushed it up from the bottom, and it fits in nice. And we'll glue it from the bottom before we continue on to closing off where we can't get inside there. Or you can just take Zap and run it right over the top and just make sure you wipe it down dry. So that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use some Zap. It just goes right from the back of where your fin comes into the rudder, so you can see the fin goes to here. There's where you make your mark. And then just follow that right on up to F7.